just a Merry Christmas, then I'm finished, then it's back to business. You wanna ask some questions about some real shit, like I ain't got enough pressure to deal with. Please don't pressure me with that bill shit. Cause everybody got them that ain't children. I'm just making sure everything's copacetic, y'all. I have no clue if I'm heard, but it is what it is. Let's jump it off. So, what's Geechee? You know what I'm saying? Shalom to all my brothers and sisters. I'm just gonna sit here and refute the information that's given to us by NASA. I'm tired of NASA's lies. I'm tired of people arguing with me. This is primarily for the audience of individuals that like to refute the evidence that's presented to them. So let's just hear it from NASA themselves. This is NASA astronaut Don Pettit. Let's see what he has to say about returning to the moon.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond.
Turn this up right quick. My apologies.
Okay. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Now, I don't know if you caught that shit, but a little bit. What do you say?
Destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Destroyed the technology, and it's a painful process to build back again. Really? Well, actually, no. Before I go there, we got this tab up right here. This is 70s technology, folks. Now, mind you, they went to the moon, or allegedly went to the moon in 1969. So this technology is technically representation of what happened after such feat was allegedly accomplished. And then all this shit, floppy disk. A lot of you young people don't even know what a floppy disk is. You've never seen one in your life. It's the save icon, but you don't know what it is. Yet, here we are in 2018, damn near 50 years later, and I have a 4K camera that fits in the palm of my fucking hand. Seriously, okay? Let's see what else Don Pettit has, because I'm going to go in on Don Pettit today, and just NASA in general, but Don Pettit in particular, because he is the facilitator of a bunch of propaganda, a bunch of just flat out lies that make absolutely no sense, do not coincide with their model. Just bear with me, y'all. This is a new structure of content that I'm trying to bring. I just figured it out, and it's how I'm going to get all this flat earth information that I've compiled. Not all of it, obviously. But, I mean, like, don't fucking take my word for anything, period. Do your own damn research.
Whilst from Mark Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space.
My nigga say whilst. Isn't it whilst in space? He's a scientist, though, right?
Have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
Yeah. Because you can see. Yeah. Because you can see.
Now I'm gonna just chime in here simply because if y'all didn't catch that shit, look how he looked at his little co-conspirator, or you know what I mean, actor not accomplice in perpetuating this fucking lie. Why he looked at him for reassurance and waited till he answered before he gave an answer, despite him reading the initial tweeted question.
Into the black void.
Because you.
Oh, we had like a smooth 2 seconds to just pause there, think time. But these are astronauts. They should be able to sustain their control demeanor and act accordingly in the event of any like catastrophic event, and the the very volatile environment of space, which we're led to believe is volatile and even exists. But
you can see, because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah,
you know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
You see the stars all the time.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon. The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
And we could not see stars.
It's not a black void. I mean, it's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
And when you're in space and you're looking into deep space and you're on the sun side of the orbit, the sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars, just like here on Earth.
Now, I just want to note that this is not my video. I pulled this from the internet. It's another video that's readily available on YouTube for any and everybody to watch. I wish I could give credit to the owner, but I did not have that foresight when I copped the video. I was just compiling evidence for this argument. It's not an argument.
There's all the stars there, and the cool thing is about it, you can see it during the day.
Now, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bump out of that. Let's see some other bullshit directed by Mr. Don Pettit. Actually. So, many are not familiar with the International Space Station, the ISS. Now, the ISS is what it is, you know, or what they say it is. I take that back. It's not what it is. The ISS is the alleged International Space Station that orbits the globe. Oh shit. I dropped my mouse. I'm sorry, y'all. But the ISS is allegedly this place where they're doing experiments in zero gravity, low gravity, however they want to call it. It's supposed to be this man-made complex of an aluminum alloy at about 250 miles above the Earth, allegedly. Now, the cupola is a specific area that is on the space station that allows these astronauts to take photos, and it's where you get these vivid and lovely time lapses. You know, actually, I'll show you one right fast because I have it. I'm not sure if this is Don Pettit's work. This might not even be it. This is not it. But let's just watch this for a second. Does this even look real? Actually, I know you can't see this because my software did not compute my action. Actually, I didn't compute the action on the software. I'm new to this. I apologize, y'all. Bear with me. They'll get a lot better, and I have a shit ton of information that I'm going to reveal throughout the next few months or so just to get this flat earth shit out of the way. I don't identify as a flat earther. I acknowledge that there's way more evidence and argument in favor of the flat earth than there is for the globe. I've searched and searched. I'm a space buff, former space buff. I'm a truth seeker. That's what I see myself as now. I'm just out here looking for the truth so that I can teach my children properly. I'm a father. I look young, but I am a father of 2 beautiful daughters. And all the knowledge I acquire, the energy I put out, is all for them. But nonetheless, that's neither here nor there. Watch this. Does this even look real to you, fellas? Ladies? Whoever's watching. There's no audio for this. Does that look fucking real? These clouds aren't even moving. This is a time lapse, y'all. But I actually want the nighttime. This is usually the ones that Don Pettit is credit for. These nighttime. There actually will be some in this video I have. The video's long and I'm not sure if I want to address all of it. I mean, you mean to tell me, like, I understand the accusations the space station is bringing upwards of like 2,000 miles per hour. You see no cloud movement, nothing. This is computer generated logic. It's a farce. You've never seen that perspective for yourself, and you never will, because it doesn't exist. Now, let me go back. Don Pettit. This is a popular YouTuber. Many so-called white people may know of him. You know, I say so-called because I don't distill that identity. That was a identity created by a so-called white man to perpetuate white supremacy. That's neither here nor there. Not in this. Oh, my apologies, ISS. Alright, 7 holes in the International Space Station. Alright, but this
okay, it's Destin.
You know, it's Destin.
Destin. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. It doesn't matter to me. He's a really popular YouTuber. His channel is Smarter Every Day. Yet, he even questions Don Pettit's accusations and procedures and protocols. And Don Pettit responds with some very ignorant answers. Nonetheless, he still believes in the globe. I'm certain of it. It's indoctrination. It's hard to get over that fact. It truly is.
Destin.
Destin.
Let's get into this.
Your name to something that's easier.
It's me, Destin. Welcome back to Smarter Every Day. Now, a lot of the pictures you see from the International Space Station come from the cupola on the inside here, right? So the cupola is on node 3, is that correct?
Node 3.
Node 3. All right, so this is astronaut Don Pettit. You may know this guy. You've done all the like city tracking.
Yeah, I've done a lot of cities at night, and then the nighttime aurora and time-lapse sequences of Earth. Many of those that you see have been done in this.
Okay. This is an astronaut, a scientist, and an individual that should obtain great knowledge. This motherfucker says, more than I do. Now, a lot of my previous videos where there's a lot of production to it, where I've edited things, like, yeah, I edit out a lot of uhs. I mean, who wants to sit here and listen to me say, like this motherfucker? Nobody. You know what I mean? You want to hear something or see something. Nonetheless, you're here for some type of entertainment or potentially education. That's what I'm idealistically shooting here for, to educate the uneducated, because there's some lost souls out there. A lot of y'all are them. You know what I mean? You can take that how you want, but I'm a pro-truth channel. I'm here to just promote the truth, because that's all I'm saying.
Module when I was at the helm of the camera.
He's the junk. Let me just say it that way. You're the junk when it comes to space photography, right? Can you say that? Say I'm the junk?
No, I can't say that because I get too embarrassed.
I'm going to meet you on the other side, okay? So, seriously, he's the junk. Like, all the really cool Aurora stuff, Don's the guy that took it.
Now this is a cover.
Okay.
More than likely.
So we call it a shutter, and it protects the windows from micrometeorites.
Okay.
The shutters are closed, the windows are protected. And also thermally insulates the windows from the radiation environment of space.
So can you shut these things from the outside?
No, you can open and close it from the inside.
Oh, okay, wait. On the inside, you're throwing a lever or something.
Yeah, you're turning a knob.
And it's
Opens. Yeah.
on the outside.
On the outside.
How do you do that and maintain a pressure seal between them?
O-ring type seals.
No, you don't.
With a rotating check. All our hatch seals are O-ring type.
You hear that? He's even questioning Don Petty. He said, no, you don't. He's talking about a pressurized seal between the vacuum of space and the controlled environment, pressurized environment of this module right here. And my cursor is swerving over. Seriously. I also have some footage of him turning the alleged knob, which looks fake as fuck. But nonetheless, he just said O-ring type seals. There's a part later in this.
It's
Opens. Yeah.
on the outside.
On the outside.
How do you do that and maintain a pressure seal between them?
O-ring type seals.
No, you don't.
With a rotating check. All our hatch seals are O-ring type seals.
Yeah, but how... my brain's
up here. Let's go inside. We can see it.
Okay.
Watch your head. All right. Oh, oops, thunk. So you have a whole series of O-rings in here, and a shaft that you rotate.
So I mean, like on the space station, how many of these would you have?
7, because we have 7 windows.
What happens if you get a leak on that?
Because we have 7 windows. Seriously, bruh. This is an astronaut, scientist. You know what I mean? Like. The motherfucker they might put in a lab coat to educate people. You know what I mean? Do a seminar. Motherfuckers listen to him. And listen to how unintelligent his answers are. How he hesitates. How he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. There comes up a part. I'm actually going to excuse myself and just let this play.
Space station, how many of these would you have?
7, because we have 7 windows.
What happens if you get a leak on that?
Then you have a leak.
You just have a leak.
And what you would do is...
You lose air.
Yeah, you would probably seal the whole cupola off. And then there's probably a plan, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's probably a plan for replacing the mechanism. It might require a spacewalk.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
Hold the motherfucking front door. Did you hear this unintelligent ass response? There might be a procedure that I don't know off the top of my head. This motherfucker. Are you serious? This is a NASA astronaut, yo. He doesn't know off the top of his head. And also, he probably didn't catch the big ass gulp when he had to think, when he got put on the spot by this smarter everyday guy.
Plan, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's probably a plan for...
Hold up. Here we go.
Get a leak on that.
Then you have a leak.
You just have a leak.
Then you have a leak, y'all. You got a leak on the International Space Station coming from the fucking astronaut. Seriously. Then you have a leak. Yeah, you got a fucking...
And what you would do
is...
You
lose air.
Yeah, you would probably seal the whole cupola off. And then there's probably a plan, I don't know off the top of my head, but there's probably a plan for replacing
because
the...
I'm not a fucking real astronaut and I've never been to space and I'm perpetuating a fucking lie. To steal $18 billion a year. This is where he talks about the O-ring. He shows like an example. I'm not saying these are the exact O-rings or whatever, but like, you know what I mean? You've seen them right there. You can pause it. I'm not going back. Nonetheless, this is, just a side note. I'm not going to play this. This individual here is the alleged architect or blueprint designer of a lot of the International Space Station, or I guess primarily the cupola module. And he keeps blueprints, as all good architects do. He addresses it. You could look at the video. I may put it in the link if I remember for this video because it's easy to find. But this guy allegedly created the schematics for the cupola module, and he essentially was bought out. He sold his designs and had absolutely no inner workings. He had nothing to do with the making of that module, so he doesn't know if it actually works or if any of the shit works. You know what I'm saying? He was just bought out. So essentially he was just paid. He actually runs a really successful like motorcycle thing. If you watch the whole video on Old Boy's channel, which you can do so on your own time, I'm not going to sit here and play it for you, but you know what I mean? Like he makes a pretty dope engineered thing. It's the mechanism that lifts up the rear tire and possibly the front tire as well of motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have them, but you know what I mean? He was bought out and had the money to create this business. And this, you know what I mean? I'm sure he's a fucking millionaire right now. So why the fuck would he give a fuck about space when he already thinks? Hey, that's just what I'm saying. But this is an Italian astronaut bitch who has short hair so that you can't see that they're not in 0G. Just point that out. And she also shows how these shutters on this cupola module work. I remind you, there's apparently a shaft, like this little turning knob, if you can see my cursor. There's something, apparently there's a shaft that goes directly from there, and only O-rings keep that pressurized cabin and all the oxygen for this bitch to breathe from the volatile vacuum of space, okay? And then she turns this shit, and the shit looks fake as fuck.
International Space Station. In the cupola we have 7 windows, and every window has its own shutter. And Smarter Every Day, with whom I have connected via Twitter, asked me to give you a demonstration of how we open and close the shutters. I guess it's because I'm Italian, and the cupola, was built in Italy. So here we go, it's pretty easy.
And
each window has...
On just a side note though, this is just on a serious ass like morality level and shit. Like, we all know sex sells. You feel me? So they got this bitch right here. You know, I imagine space should be cold. That's how they make it seem. But who knows? It's neither here nor there. But like, she got basically nipping. You know what I mean? Prime example and shit. And they have the camera framed to where it's right there at the below her breast line and torso and shit. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? This is entertainment, people. It's entertainment. It's not education. It's not real. It's entertainment. You know what I mean? There's like legit spells cast upon you motherfuckers, and you're not hearing the truth. You want to refute the truth.
Handle that looks like this, and you just turn it, obviously in the closed direction if you want to close the window. And here you can see the window coming closed, or the shutter. And when you get close to the end, to the closed position, you kind of want to be careful because there is no bumper, so you don't want to hit the structure real hard. It's a direct mechanical connection. Shutters can only be operated manually. And it's kind of cool to think that
there was absolutely no light change when that shutter came upon that window. No light change.
Mechanical connection. Shutters can only be operated manually.
Only be operated manually, no mechanism.
When you get close to the end, to the closed position, you kind of want to be careful because there is no bumper, so you don't want to hit the structure real hard. It's a direct mechanical connection. Shutters can only be operated manually. And it's kind of cool to think that there's this shaft that sort of through the structure. The other side is in outer space. It feels cold, but the regular metal...
Neither here nor there. I'm going in on NASA. Let's watch. Oh, hold on. Wait. I've addressed this prior, but astronauts train in pools, which is the opposite environment in space.
Hey, I'm with Luca, my pal.
Zero or low gravity, the illusion of floating. I guess that's good for training, despite that the pressure of the environment, like literal pressure of the water above the astronauts as they're in this fucking giant swimming pool, is the complete opposite of what would be in the vacuum of space. Like, listen to these words. It's inherently redundant, this heliocentric model. It collapses on itself, but we're programmed to believe it. I was where you were at one point. Seriously. But there's so much information that you're just lazy. Stop being lazy.
An Italian astronaut who were at NASA's Neutral Buoyancy Lab. Some visitors.
Fuck your buoyancy lab, whatever. We got like a complete replica of this ISS. You know what I'm saying? Underwater, for training purposes. Oh, for filming purposes. All that fucking water you talk about drowns. It's like come on, it's a farce. This is a world stage, y'all. You don't understand the amount of deception within everything that you think you know or believe. I believe this was brought up last year. Yeah, when the motherfucking Falcons won the Super Bowl. I think that was last year. I don't care about fascist sports. Impossible Channel.
Folks, this is Jamie for the Impossible Channel. We got a Super Bowl commercial from space. What? Right? So NASA failed once more, and this was caught by the Potter's Clay channel. We're gonna leave his link in the description.
I recommend you research everything you hear. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and just like wait for my next video or some shit just because I bring up some good points or you agree with what the fuck I have to say. Do your own fucking research. Don't listen to me, don't listen to men. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're speaking the truth. And more than likely you can feel the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers want to talk about let's talk about the connections, you know what I mean, that everybody has. If we weren't all innately connected somehow, some way, by whatever factorial it may be, I don't know. But if we weren't connected, how the fuck will we feel when there's a disconnect from another human being? Because you feel when you're disconnected, whether it's somebody intimate or a perfect fucking stranger. You're like, you can feel it within yourself, your spirit, your soul. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We're out, like, just don't be naive to the shit. Don't be so subjected to the programming, and don't be so selfish. That's what it comes down to. A lot of y'all
this is a wonderful video, and I'm gonna thank our subscribers for actually pointing evidence.
Nonetheless, I'm not even gonna play the video. You want, check out the video if you want. I'm just gonna break it down. Ultimately, he goes through, checks the dates of when the last mission or supply shipment was sent to the ISS, and then throws in all the scenarios that could happen for them to have obtained the proper Super Bowl jerseys for the proper teams that were entered into last year's Super Bowl. And a couple of the factors was like either NASA knew, you're like, sports is rigged, and NASA knew they already had the jerseys, or they sent every fucking team up there with a commemorative Super Bowl 51 jersey, just in the event of whatever fucking team makes it to the Super Bowl, or it was filmed on Earth. There's a couple other scenarios too. But like, seriously, think about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. Seriously, they make it seem like that shit. You feel me? They make it so much more complex than it is. But the water in your cup, in your water bottle, in your lake, in your bathtub, in your fucking sink, in the ocean, despite the surface disturbance, that water lays flat, y'all. Period. Period. At what point have you seen an ocean curve, fam? You have not. Use your fucking membrane, cuz. This shit's annoying. Yeah, I'm into this shit. You feel me? I went in. I'm half-ass irritated. Just at the lack of real critical thinking in this society. It doesn't make no fucking sense, y'all. It makes no sense to sit here and buy into some shit. You know what I mean? Hey, actually, no. I'm not cutting this shit off. If you're still here, fuck with your kid. Because I'm gonna tell you why you think the earth is round. It's because of shit like this. Actually, no. Please open. Maybe not. To be honest. I'm so used to this shit being in like these little large icons. I apologize. Bear with me, y'all. I mean, if you're seeking the truth, you're bearing with me. If you're not, you've already exited. Doesn't matter to me. I'm here to speak to those who want the truth, but also I'm primarily here to awaken my brothers and sisters. And more than likely, they're still here. I will hope so, just because they're fucking with me on that level. Fuck, where is it? It should be in here, fam. Holly, where? Like universe, maybe? Oh, no. Do I have a Hollywood? I do. Damn. See, it's all bad. Right here in front of me. If you're still watching, understand this is why you believe that the earth is round. Since 1912, this has been displayed. This was the original fucking Universal Pictures too. Mind you, 1912, I want to do a whole video on this, just to come completely correct. I'm going to have my commentary on point. I'm going to have the visuals on point, all that. But I've done my fucking research. So it's like, you sit here, you want to argue with me and tell me, do your fucking research and then come at me. You know what I mean? And we'll probably have a different conversation. But nonetheless, 1912 was when Hollywood Studios was founded. And it wasn't until 1903 that the Wright brothers achieved sustainable controlled flight. You feel me? Then, not even fucking 30 years later or so, or no, my apologies. Not even 50 years later type shit, these niggas is already going to the moon. After they just got regular airborne flight, controlled airborne, sustainable flight achieved. You know what I mean? Now they're going to the moon and shit. But mind you, in 1912, this is what people were seeing. This is before NASA was founded. NASA was founded in 1958. You feel me? Within 10 years, they go to the moon, cuz that don't make no sense, man. But they're already showing a globe as if they already knew what it was exactly. You know what I mean? And then NASA goes in 69, and it's exactly as they always depicted it was. You feel me? Since 1912, though. Come on. Come on. A lot of y'all ain't seen this because we wasn't around back then. But this is the digital age. You heard? All this shit's out here. I got it. You have access to it. If you're watching this shit, you can see this shit too. You can do your own fucking research. There's a lot of bullshit. A lot of us remember those ones. This one in particular, this one in my childhood. Big. I remember that motherfucker like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And they got a little more elaborate. You know what I mean? They got dope. And it's like, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? And this is why you think the fucking earth is round, man. Seriously. Shit like this. You've seen this before, what? Every fucking movie they've ever produced, man. 100th anniversary for over 100 years they've been doing this shit, G. Come on. That's like, you're not thinking in the entirety of the whole thing. Not to mention, history is warped like a motherfucker. I had a thought, but it kind of went away. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. Not the shape of the earth doesn't matter. The deception matters. The fact that you believe the deception. The fact that the deceivers are in charge. The fact that the deceivers get 18 billion of taxpayer dollars. The fact that taxation is unconstitutional. The fact that fucking money is irrelevant. Seriously, it's a man-made construct, just like religion, just like everything we deal with. We're dealing with matters of men. Now, these days, you call it what you want. I used to call people Bible thumpers, but I'm a Bible thumper now. I find I find so much truth in this book. Once I found out that I was an Israelite. And again, that's who I'm here speaking to, my brothers and sisters, so that they can understand who they are. And that is the so-called black man and black women in America. You know, there's arguments for Hispanics and the indigenous Native Americans that are also the true Israelites written about in the scriptures, the ones with the curses from Deuteronomy 28, things of that nature. But you know, that's who I'm here. I'm here speaking to those individuals, because we need to awaken up as a nation and unite and restore the power structure and culture that we're lacking. Because you niggas think Famous Dex and Lil Uzi and Millie rocking, like, don't get me wrong, I like to dance and shit. And I listen to music as entertainment. It's pure entertainment, though. You know what I'm saying? They're not influencing my style, my things of that nature. I'm not always changing up, trying to buy new shit to look like the next nigga. I'm not idolizing men. I'm idolizing the Most High, the creator of all this. You feel me? And like, I haven't studied all religions. I'm not looking to study religions, because religions are a matter of men. But this book was written, yes, by men, but the prophets of the Most High. You heard? With the words of the Most High. Not to mention the so-called white man I don't believe is smart enough to write a book that condemns himself. And in this book, it's all throughout there. It talks about the wickedness and all that other deception, deceivers, devil. There's only the word deceiver. You feel me? Like, but y'all don't know what's going on. That's the problem. You don't know what's going on. You're so caught up in your entertainment. You're so caught up in your cell phones and your fucking computers and your social media, your likes, your social status, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know what I mean? You don't care. You don't have the ambition to seek the truth, to spend time to do productive things. You feel me? Do something productive with that internet access that you have. You feel me? But I don't know how long this video is. I'm gonna tap in just to see. I really don't care. This is the beginning of a long line of these. You know what I mean? 40 minutes, and that went smooth for me. Like, easily. I could do way more. I'm a structure. I'm a little better. You feel me? But like I said, the real truth seekers will watch it. The people that want real truth, that want information, they will watch. And you know, they also do their own fucking research. How do I end a live stream? Mm-hmm.